Hey folks, what's up? This is Dave with the Bit Journal broadcast, and today I'm going to be reviewing a Holy Grail of mine, something that I found for the original Famicom system that is extremely hard to find, not only in the United States, but in Japan as well, the mother country where it actually came from. This right over here is a copy of Getsu Fuuma Den. Have a look at that. It's got lenticular box art on that. Something that was very significant in the 1980s. If you were growing up, you may remember there was a line of sports cards called Sportflix, and this is what Sportflix cards used to do. They were lenticular art, and you could flip them up and down, and the artwork would change on these. But what's really interesting about this specific game is that, one, it runs off the Castlevania engine, and two, as we're playing, you're going to see some pretty unique mechanics that have been established across other NES games along the line. I can definitely tell you that mechanics from the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, the original first Ultra release, yes, the one where you have to go and disarm the bombs in the river, the difficult one that everybody talks about, there were certain mechanics for that game established early on within this game, which was released back in 1987. And there were also some interesting things like a third-person perspective that you may find from time to time in the Goonies 2 game that came out on the NES as well, which is another Konami staple for back in the day. So, without further ado, let's get into this gameplay and get started. Alright, so here we are. I am in the world of Getsu Fuuma Den. And basically, you play as a samurai, and you are trying to avenge the death of your two other brothers, and you're trying to retrieve the Hadoken. Yes, I said that right, the Hadoken, just like the fireball that Ken and Ryu shoots off in Street Fighter. However, you're a samurai, and the power of the Hadoken is channeled through the sword instead. And you need to use this to defeat your enemies, get out of hell, and defeat the demons in here. So let's get this all fired up. Now, if you're listening to this awesome sound over here, you'll notice it's got a really beautiful chiptune type soundtrack. We'll hear a little bit more of that like right now. If you listen to this overworld, it may seem familiar to some of you. Now, while we've never had this game released in the United States, couple of little secrets. Number one, this is a track on Super Smash Bros. Known as Go Getsu Fuuma, and in addition to that, this track has also been remastered for Castlevania Harmony of Despair, which was released on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. If you guys remember from that time, it was a downloadable game only, and it was a multiplayer Castlevania game. One of the reasons why I love this game so much and why I wanted to import this is because it plays like Castlevania in a lot of ways. Sure, it's got that top-down menu, but as you can see, the main character kind of looks like Simon Belmont with a katana almost, the way he moves around in the levels, the way he fights. The jumping, however, is a bit floatier. And if you also listen to the sword mechanics when you strike an enemy, that should sound familiar to you. It's because these floaty mechanics and the sound effects of the sword were actually staples in the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game that was released on the NES, I believe back in 89 or 90, if I'm not mistaken. And it's just really funny to go back in time and look at older games and see how the assets are shared and how certain aspects of the engines are shared as well. So as you can see, I'm fighting various amounts of different demons through this level over here, and if I kill them, sometimes you'll notice there's gold that comes out of them, and you can use the gold to buy upgrades and power-ups, magic, and all other kind of stuff. And then sometimes you'll find these white spirits that come out of them. Those white spirits help you increase your life, so if you're having a hard time with the game and you take a couple of hits, you can always get a hold of those little spirits, and they will help you regain life on your life bar. Because of the layout of this game, it's a bit longer than your typical Castlevania because of the adventure style layout. Also, here's a little ode to Castlevania right over here. Notice that. Tell me that does not look like Simon Belmont, like the skeleton of Simon Belmont trying to fight you over here, actually preventing you from getting a power-up that's behind that wall. Let's get out of there, because we can't get that right now. We're going to go down to this part of the level, right over here. Alright, and this is the next portion, where we gotta fight more demons. Whenever you play this game, the first thing you want to do, and it's going to take a little while before we get there, but we want to get what's called the stone cutting sword. And the reason why we want the stone cutting sword is because the stone cutting sword will allow us to cut through certain blocks that we need to cut through in order to get to certain areas or gain certain power-ups like the one we've seen earlier. So we want to make sure we save up at least 200 gold in order to get the stone cutting sword first. You probably also noticed that I picked up a potion earlier. If I pause the game later on, it'll take me to a special menu, and I can use that to select certain things. I gotta be careful over here that I don't fall off this cliffside, where I will lose a life for that, and we do not want that to happen. Good, we made it through the cliffs. Alright. Let's continue to fight these little clown things, too. They look like, I don't know why, they look like pregnant clowns, like firing off energy balls out of their stomach. They're really weird looking creatures to me. And for some reason, I don't know, the animation down here makes them look more like a football player. It's kind of funny. But other than that, though, I really, really love this overworld soundtrack. This really awesome, epic, energetic loop that just keeps you going throughout the entire game over and over again. Now, when you fall into those weeds, if those weeds look familiar, yes, there were very similar ones in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as well, and they used to deal damage to you when you touched them. If you notice, my life bar is almost down to half over here, so I want to be careful. I want to make sure I take out my enemies carefully. One thing in this game is this game rewards patience, so you want to try not to push too hard too fast. You want to make sure that you're careful with what you're doing. Sure, I've kind of been rushing through enemies and moving through them, doing things I probably shouldn't be doing, but nonetheless, this game does reward patience. Take a hit right over there. Definitely want to try to avoid that because I'm still half a life from my life bar here. I could always go back and forth. Gain some life if I had to. There we go. Life over here. Let's get that life bar back up before we continue. Gain some gold too. We still need to get this to about 200. They're taking a hit over there. I'm getting a lot of gold. Not much in terms of life right now. But at least we'll be able to get that sword relatively soon. Now, throughout the maps, of course, you're eventually going to have to face some bosses over here. And those boss fights can be rather difficult. In some of the boss fights, you have to be careful that they don't push you off the side of the level, because if they push you off the side of the level, you'll have to go back to that level and restart it all over again. And whatever power-ups you may use against them, you're not going to get them back. You're going to have to rebuy them and repurchase them all over again. That adds a little bit of challenge to the game. Given the fact that I could always come back and farm enemies for life, it's not as big of a deal to me, but if it didn't have that capability, that would make things a little bit more difficult in terms of the overall design, the overall mechanics of the way this game works. But this game is just so much fun to play, though. It's kind of sad it never made it to the US, and we've been teased with it a couple of times. I mean, if you actually have a copy of Castlevania Harmony of Despair, you can actually download a pack. There's an optional DLC that you can get that actually has Getsu Fuuma as a playable character, and it also has a Getsu Fuuma Den level that you can play. So we've gotten a taste, but we've never gotten the whole thing. That's one of the reasons why this was a Holy Grail on my list. I just remember trying this out in the past and saying, one day I want to own that, and now I finally do. And I just wanted to let others know about this game, that this game exists, that this is a thing, that there is a samurai-based Castlevania game. If any of you guys have seen Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, which came out before Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, you may also notice it also looks like a Samurai Castlevania-based game. The game feels more like Castlevania 3, but it seems like when Koji Igarashi took some inspiration for the character that he had for that game, which is, if I'm not mistaken, it's also the name of the guy who's in Bleach. I'm trying to remember the name of him again. Zangetsu. Yeah, Old Man Zangetsu. So you get to play Zangetsu in Curse of the Moon, but before Curse of the Moon was ever released, and before Igarashi even made Castlevania Symphony of the Night, samurai-based Castlevania games were a thing. This proves it right over here. And I just wish that we could have gotten a US release on this. No, Konami right now, it's very sketchy as to whether we would actually get a release on this or not, but hey, who's to say whether we actually would or not? Maybe Konami would change face, maybe they would bring something like this to the US. It would be absolutely awesome if they took their time out to do so and actually develop something like this. I know what some of you are saying, you know, with everything that's gone on lately, it's highly doubtful considering the fact that they've been putting more money into apps and re-releases. But hey, you know, they got a Castlevania collection out there, they got a Contra collection out there. Maybe they can get Getsu Fuuma Den released, even if it was on the Nintendo. Even if it was on the Nintendo app that's on the Switch. It'd just be beautiful to see this game make a comeback and make it somewhere. Let me check this out for a second. We need to find that sword. That stone-cutting sword. I think we gotta go down a few levels to find that. See where that's at. Maybe I can purchase it here. Alright, looks like I'm not gonna find it here, so let's go back. I know there's a shop around here somewhere that has it, but we're not ready to go and grab this stuff yet. Thinking maybe it's down here if we're lucky. Let's take a look. Okay, there's a little shop right here. There we go. Alright. And we've got our stone cutting sword, so that's awesome. And I guess I'll get one of these blue orbs also, since I've got the money to do so right now. We already have a potion. So, the one thing you cannot do is, when you have magic and you have items, you can't stack them in this game like you would in other games. After all, keep in mind that memory was very limited during the times in the NES. In some cases, you know, games like Final Fantasy and stuff like that, you were able to stack, but it wasn't always the case. This game does not have a battery backup. I'm not 100% certain on how much memory it takes to they put into the cartridge for this game, so I'm not too sure. But hey, let's go through here and let's see if we can find our sword right over here. Ah, there we go. So I have to press the B button, and that will toggle through my sub-weapons. So there we go, we got the stone-cutting sword. And the stone-cutting sword does not disappear. Once you have the stone-cutting sword, you have it throughout the rest of the game. Unless, of course, you lose all 3 of your lives, and you forget the password that you need to continue the level, which is a possibility. That could happen. Be really careful with these enemies here. Take him out. Oh, here goes Simon Belmont again, trying to start trouble with me. Let's get on this platform. There's Simon again. Alright, gotta watch out for that snake, dude. Alright, take out this Simon right over here. There we go. Now we can destroy pieces of the wall. And now we've got access to the drum. So, if I hit start, then I select the drum again, now I can use it to attack the enemies. But first, I'm going to have to be able to cut through that wall again. So let me take that first. Alright, let's try this again. There we go. So that went through. Cut. Got a little bit of life back. I'm going to go back to the earlier levels. Make things a little bit easier in terms of gaining life so I don't lose any more life at the moment. Now let's see. To make this a little bit easier, I could use that drum that I just got. And I could use that to attack my enemies from a distance now. As you can see, this definitely helps out, especially when fighting those annoying pregnant clowns over there. So now we're just going to beat the drum a few times. I think we're going to use a sword because in that position it's a little easier to use a katana. And we gotta be careful. It's really starting to crowd up here. Alright, let's get back to the drum again. Heads there. Let's get back to that clown again. Get some more money. May need some power-ups for a boss fight or so. Not giving him any power-ups. Maybe I should go back to the sword. Maybe I should go back to just a regular sword. Alright. There we go. Back to the cave again. Now we'll just keep getting our life back. You know, in all honesty, I could use a potion and just use it to get through, but I really don't want to use up the potion yet, because I'm going to need that potion later on when I have to get up to the boss fight. The boss fight could be rather challenging if you let the boss push you off the level, and that's something you really do not want to do. So, you know, you definitely want to fight through and make sure that you take these guys out quickly. You also notice my sword is getting a little bit more powerful, little by little. That's what that second meter is up at the top. The meter on the bottom is your life. The meter at the top is the power of your sword. And the more powerful it becomes, the more red that meter fills up with. You definitely want your sword to become more powerful, because eventually you'll be able to use that in combat. So let's go through this now. Once we get through the levels we gotta get through, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna try to fight that boss. Not before buying a few more power-ups along the way. Maybe gain some invincibility for a little bit, some temporary invincibility to make the fight a little bit easier. I really love the tile design in this level. The forest, really weird looking alien-like patterns on the ground. Konami was well known for those types of artistic designs. They've definitely always been fun over the years to see those different kinds of things. Another game that this kind of reminds me of loosely, if any of you have played Shaman King Master of the Spirits on the Game Boy Advance, it has a very similar format, so it still runs off the Castlevania engine. In that case, it's actually running off of the Castlevania Aria of Sorrow engine, since we're talking about the GBA. And what makes it real interesting, too, is that it's using a similar layout to Getsu Fuuma Den, where you have that top-down map that you're running around on, and then eventually that brings you to the next side-scrolling level. Although it's a little bit different about that game, though, is that game doesn't have the third-person dungeon levels that are contained within this game right over here. So you won't see that in Shaman King Master of the Spirits, but you'll certainly see this here. course, getting into those dungeons aren't easy, but definitely fun to try. Now, before I head out towards the boss, let's make sure there's no shops I'm missing over here. So we've got that there. Okay, I think that's the shop that I faced before, so we're going to go up for a little more. We're going to go through a couple of levels, hopefully find a shop up there, and then perhaps we're going to be fighting a boss pretty soon. Okay, wait, there's a shop. Okay, so there's that special armor. Let's go grab that. Alright. Just to let you know, those optional accessories that I've gotten a hold of, the way you would use those in battle is you would actually have to hit start, and you would keep pressing the A button to select the elements until you've gotten through it. So the sword is getting a bit stronger too. That's nice. Oh, gotta watch out, I'm gonna fall into that swamp poison over there. Definitely don't want to get hit by that. Alright. Well, I'd like to take the money right over there. I'd be putting myself in the poison, and I really don't feel like risking it right now. Gotta be really careful with those mushrooms. They kind of remind me of like the bats or the Medusa heads. Actually, more like the Medusa heads in Castlevania. They can be quite annoying if you're not careful with them. Nice, I just took out like 3 of them at once. Oh, I forgot about these snakes too. These things can be real annoying, a real annoying surprise as well. Check him out. Looks like we got a frog following us around, and we got the snake as well. Definitely took a nasty little chunk of energy off me. Hoping maybe... Yeah, that's the boss right over there, so... Let's regain our life first before we move forward here. We're getting a lot of money. I really need a life power up right now. Quite a few of them actually, so please spit those out. Any other enemies that may come through? No, maybe not. Alright, let's try this again. Try taking out a few other enemies. I feel that snake would be there again. Yep. Probably sick of taking out more of those mushroom guys. Let's see if we can get more of them to show up. There we go. I'll probably give my life up a bit. Almost there. Well, seems like we're getting close, but no cigar on this one. Oh, that's gonna have to me work up a little bit more. I gotta stop falling in that water. I'm getting sloppy now. Patience down the sun, as I would say. Oh, now the frog decides to give me a spear. Nice. No, I think that's close enough. Probably take the boss out now. Let's try to do that. Alright. Head up to the boss fight now. He's going to ask me if I want to fight. Oh, gotta select the other option. You say yes. Alright, now. Let's start by using the power of... Is it the armor? Yeah, this will give me a little bit of invincibility to work with here. Okay. Now he's starting to take me out, so now we're going to go with the blue. Really careful with this. we're going to use the potion. And there we go. And we beat the boss. And we got the first symbol that we're going to need to get the Hadouken. So folks, this has been Getsu Fuuma Den for the original Nintendo Famicom back in 1987. It's an excellent game. Like I said, it's a holy grail of mine. If you guys enjoyed and liked this video, please be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if this is your first time checking out the channel, and also please make sure you hit that notification bell to get updates and other great things as we come out with new videos. So thanks everyone, have a great one, and peace! Talk to you later now. Bye-bye.